Call the meeting to order. Right now, I'd like to call on Brother Randy Plessala with the, is it Lighthouse Church?
Yes, sir.
And whether y'all know it or not, Randy was a councilman that sat right up here and made a lot of contributions to the town of Berwick in his capacity as a city.
Maybe two.
You know, it hasn't been that long. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for asking me to come. Our patch is on a little trip to the Gulf Coast, and I don't blame him. I go too if I have a chance. But I had some words Lord put in my heart, so I just want to read my prayer today. I don't normally do that. But let's pray this. All he is. Lord, we're gathered here tonight as leaders of our community to conduct business on their behalf. But first we call out to you for help, directions, and guidance pertaining to this deadly virus that's touching the entire world. We pray for comfort and peace for those who have lost loved ones and for the healing and recovery of those who are fighting this disease at this time. Lord, we're asking for a quick demise and also a weakening of this virus and the end of deaths and sufferings in the name of our Lord. Tonight, we ask for wisdom and insight for this mayor and council in making our town safe and secure as possible. Bless them, the office personnel, our police force, our town workers, our firemen, as they confront issues that face us all the time in our community. Use these days to draw us all closer to you and recognize our dependence on you for the real peace, the peace that passes all understanding, healing and deliverance that all we need. For the hope we need tonight comes from the one who is our blessed hope, Jesus Christ. For the prophet Jeremiah gives us these words of hope in all of us today. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call to me and I will listen, and you will seek me and find me. And when you search for me with all your heart, you will find me. We ask all these things in God's only Son named Jesus Christ. And everybody said, Amen.
Amen. All right. Chief Leonard, would you be so kind as to lead us in the pledge?
Yes, sir. Would everybody join with me in saluting the flag of our country?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before I get started, I want to start off by thanking KBJ Channel 22 and KQKI FM Bayou Vista for being here and broadcasting our meeting to the public. We hope that we have the public out there watching our meeting. And as we discuss things, if questions pop up, I'm going to try to periodically ask y'all if you got questions. But if they do, if you just, if you want to like, give me a little sign and we'll stop and address those questions as they come up. So thank y'all for being here and thank y'all for what you're doing. Okay. We start off with a roll call.
James Rushard.
Here.
Kevin Adair. Here. Colleen Askew. Here. Raymond Price. Here. Bud Henry.
Here. Okay. Minutes from our last meeting, which was April the 14th, 2020.
I make a motion we dispense with the reading of the minutes from the last meeting. Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the minutes as prepared. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, treasurer's report.
Mayor, I just got couple questions on it. I just wanted to ask Bob on it. How are we doing with all this slowdown and everything on revenue? We still. We haven't felt it yet. Okay. That's, so we're up, the city's okay. All right.
Make a motion to accept the treasurer's report.
A second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the treasurer's report as prepared. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Guest? I don't see any. no beacon shines. We have several people that I'd like to recognize, but we're gonna wait till we can have a room full of people, because there's a lot of people who've done a lot of good things in our community, like make masks and come in and like donated water to some of our police officers and to some of our staff while they were out there donating or delivering masks. So a lot of people have done a lot of good things. We want to recognize them, but right now we're just, because of our limited meeting, we'll wait on that. Police report, Chief Leonard.
Council, everyone should have a packet that's already been prepared. If you have any questions, would you direct them to me? If not, no questions?
As, I know I asked this last meeting, the activity with juveniles and stuff with school being out, is that still upticking a little bit?
The only trouble we're having at this point is the juveniles. You know, the juveniles are giving all of the surrounding municipalities, sheriff's departments, police departments, a run for our money. So with that being said, we're still doing our proactive patrols, but we're trying to limit the activity of the juveniles with inundating the subdivisions and areas where they would normally be with our patrol officers.
Most of it occurring at night, I'm sure.
Most of it's occurring at night, yes, sir. So, thank y'all.
Okay. Fire report, Chief Rink's not here. I'm gonna give his fire report as he prepared. They responded to 6 motor vehicle accidents, 6 medical assists, 3 fires, 1 vehicle and 2 structures, and 3 fire alarms. So, had a pretty good month. Any questions on the fire report? You got a copy of that. Public Works, Chico.
Good evening. I'm going to stop in my report regarding the questions.
Any updates on the streets?
On the streets, yes, we did, Baba talked to the engineers, and they supposed to be moving back in on Monday with the equipment. Once that's done, I will say around Tuesday, Wednesday, they will start blacktopping.
Are they finished with the subsurface patch, whatever they have, like drainage, you know, are they finished with all that?
Yes, yes. The town was, follow up doing
I know we had done some
repairs,
work
yes.
also, but as far as then with the catch basins and all that, I know they had
Yes.
some repairs, they had to do some of them, but they finished all that?
Yes.
Are we ready to go? You expect them
We
this
just
week?
expecting to them next week.
All this
How-
stuff is
Next week,
blacktop.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
All this stuff is blacktop.
Yes.
How long, Chico, do you think it's gonna take for them to complete the project? It don't take long to do
No,
all that.
no, that will be the faster section of it. I expect them to be 4, maybe 5 days because of detail.
Most of it complete then?
Yes.
Good.
One thing I know we asked the last meeting too, the Gilmore pumps, the 3 new ones, they're up and running?
The 3 new ones, no, sir.
No, okay.
The,
Cause I know that big rain we had a couple weeks ago, I think
Yeah.
it was, everything, what's the subdivision, Golden Farms did have street flooded, but it quickly went
Went down,
away, cause the drainage ditches were really low before.
Yeah.
And we didn't have much rain through the whole month. So I guess the 29th was the day that the 2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Was that big day but I think we handled everything great.
Yes.
Yeah. Without those 3 pumps.
Without the 3 pumps, yeah.
Yeah.
We just got 2 pumps and we can add another one. And
The old-
actually, Baba is looking into get us another pump on the side, portable pump.
Okay. Still don't know when those 3 new ones are gonna be online though?
No, sir.
Okay.
They haven't delivered the motors yet, okay? The pumps are there.
Oh, okay.
But the engine to run the motors are not there.
Okay.
That's a plumbing issue that they're gonna have to deal with. And, we're hoping they'll do that in the next few weeks. The hurricane season, by the way, is gonna be here in about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So I wanna be ready for that. One other thing, under drainage, I called you about Joey Thibodeau's house on southbound?
Shadow,
Oh,
yes.
sorry, Shadow.
Did talk to Rusty before we even come into the meeting, and we got plans to go tomorrow morning to go investigate on it, because it is a pipe under that ditch. And if many of y'all remember, back then used to be cane field, and that ditch was closed to accommodate the land to be, the property lines to be extended. And there is a pipe that is not on the property line, but on the ditch under. So we need to go investigate that one.
Yeah, I think it's washing out pretty regular. 'Cause
Yes.
I know, I've been over there several times, and Joey, they're shoving sandbags in the hole right now.
Yeah,
just
it's the
to
one on the
keep it-
ditch, right? The one
Yes.
you talk, yes.
Yes.
Because he went check actually on his property, which he repaired that one. So he don't found anything on his property. He found it on the ditch. So tomorrow we'll be going over there.
All right, thank you.
On another note, I was hoping that Mr. Obey would be here. On the riverfront, now that the water is down and all that, maybe we need to ask him to contact the property owners and see if they can do some grass cutting and weed eating along the riverfront, because, I mean, I know we couldn't do anything with the flood, but now that it's done, there's some places that we could do some, little cleaning up on the riverfront that make it look nice.
We'll head him in that direction in the morning.
Okay.
What is it, but the river's steady going down,
The
right?
stage right now is 6-8, and it start going down 6-7 by the end of the weekend. Just go down gradually.
Okay, any other questions for Public Works? Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Chico.
Thank you.
Consulting engineer, Reed's not gonna be here tonight, and he did submit a bill for us to approve, and then he also submitted a bill from the paving crew, Leger. So we have those things to approve in a few minutes, but he's not gonna be here. Okay. Committee reports. Anything under recreation?
Yes, Mayor. Speaking with the Recreation Committee, I'd like for you to consider reopening the parks, the baseball fields, batting cages, this Friday with Phase 1 going into effect with some provisions. They would have to have adult supervision. They would have to follow the CDC recommendations of social distancing, along with all the other things that goes along with the situation we're going through right now. But we're getting close to the time where it's time to play baseball, if we happen to. And one thing on the Dixie Youth, they're speaking of, they're not gonna have the World Series or the big national tournament this year, but they feel like by July 4th, they could start playing baseball and still have an all-star and even play for a state championship with Dixie Youth. Babe Ruth, kind of the same thing. They're not gonna have the World Series, but we feel like we could get about a month-long season in, because the way the phases fall, we'll be in Phase 3 around that time, where if things continue to progress like they are, obviously. But going into Phase 1, what I'd like to do is recommend opening the fields back up for the public, again with adult supervision for the kids.
Well, I certainly would like to see that as well.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely on
I
board
just
with that.
don't, I don't wanna see a bunch of kids out there that doesn't have any adult supervision. So if we can get that word out, we'll get the word to
The playgrounds
to
too.
Robordi and where they can, we want people to enjoy it, because that's like telling people that go to church that, you know, they restrict in church, but they let you go to Walmart, you know? I mean, I just don't understand that, but anyway, and here we are, we're telling people to go out and enjoy the sunshine and whatever, and we got our parks closed. That don't make any sense. But again, we don't, what's happened in the past, and we just have to follow by those rules. Sometimes kids misbehave, they'll go over there by themselves and they'll break up stuff. So if they have adult supervision or adults or family with them, I'm okay with it. And so we'll let Derek and them know at the
Yeah, because the
Civic
sign
Center.
says,
Yeah, we'll get that
off
taken down.
limits.
Thank you.
Or we'll adjust it to say adult supervision. Thank you for bringing that up. Anything else?
Mayor, we do have a question. Someone has said they noticed that a lot of people had a much higher water bill this month. Can you find out if that has been addressed? That's the question to us.
I'm not aware of anything, Bubba, you?
The biggest thing was we had like 3 extra days in the plant. February was shorter. I think, they're probably gonna be a little bit higher, but we haven't had any issues with our system, so everything was gonna be like it is.
If that person would just call town hall, I would suspect.
We have had some calls.
And maybe check, and they can check and make sure
So
that
the
there's no
billing
problem
cycle.
with their
And
house.
people-
The billing cycle's longer.
They're long, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's home now.
I'll tell you what, mine's
Plus.
bigger, higher,
Mine
because
went-
that's, we home every day.
But with more people in their house, more people taking a bath, using the bathroom, you're gonna have more water usage than you would when everybody's in school or everybody's at work. So, I mean, it's just a sign of the times. But if they would call up, we'll be glad to check their previous water bills and see if they're out of line with what's going on. That way, I mean, we certainly don't want people out there with leaks, because that's water's going nowhere. So, tell them to call and come to City Hall and we'll check it for them. Thank you for that question. Brown House.
Yeah, just like to commend the town on the work that's going on over at the Brown House and all the cement area underneath the bridge here that we had asked for, and Duval, thank you. That really looks pretty good underneath there, and some added parking and stuff, so commend y'all, people that they've done a good job with that. Also, on Monday, the Historical Society went out for Memorial Day and put out flags at the cemetery, so they're still working, looking to get back in the business, and then the downtown market will be open this Saturday, the 16th. So please come out and visit the patrons and people that supply different things, and enjoy the fresh air, and come out underneath the bridge and enjoy the market this Saturday from 10 to 2.
Gonna be at
Right here by the Brown House, yeah.
Brown House.
From 10 to 2.
Public service, it's the same thing with streets and everything, monitoring everything. Juco and Chief Leonard and Mooney didn't have anything for the fire department and public safety,
Gotcha.
so.
Chuko, thank Rusty for the hard work, you and his hard work in getting that cement laid down.
Yeah, he did a good job.
And they're getting ready to do some more improvements over at the Brown House, so a lot of things going on in Berwick. Economic development or anybody? Okay, let's move on. Under ordinances and adoption of ordinances, we'd like to introduce Ordinance 713, which is the 2020 millage tax. Ordinance 713, it just states what the millage tax is, and the fact that we're rolling those same numbers forward. So we're not raising them, we're just going to continue to have that millage for tax collection purposes. That being general alimony, 11.98 mils, and public improvements, 5.9.
That ordinance is the roll forward ordinances. That is the amounts. If we did not roll forward, that's what it would be, those ordinances.
Right.
Those rates. But those aren't the right rates. We're going to introduce it with that, but hopefully by the end of this month, the assessor will get us the correct rates, and then when we adopt it next month, we will amend it with the new rates.
You sure did tell me that, and Telling me bad information here. Thank you, Bubba.
So all of that's based on the parish assessor's adjustment?
They haven't gotten it because of all this.
Right.
Okay,
You need a motion to ordinance?
yes, we need a,
I'll make a motion that we, offer the following ordinance 713 for adoption.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to adopt ordinance 713, which deals with the millage that the town will charge in the form of taxes to the people that live in Berwick. We don't have those numbers exactly right, but we will, and
It'll be amended. You need that?
we need a roll call vote.
James Rushore.
Yes.
Kevin Adair.
Yes.
Colleen Askew.
Yes.
Raymond Price.
Yes.
Bud Henry.
Yes.
Okay, thank y'all. Motion passed. All right, next thing is millage rate roll forward, that's 714 ordinance. And that's for the,
This shows both rates, ones that,
The same.
one on the left, if you did not go forward, that would be the amount.
right,
Go forward is gonna be one on the left.
okay.
Make that motion.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve ordinance 714, which is rolling forward the millage. Need a roll call vote.
James Rushore.
Yes.
Kevin Adair.
Yes.
Colleen Askew.
Yes.
Raymond Price.
Yes.
Bud Henry.
Yes.
The motion passes. Thank y'all. Okay. Now comes the biggie. I want to just tell you, I've been beat up a lot over this, and I'm just tickled to death that we were able to get our legal advisor involved in helping us adopt this ordinance. I feel like it's a good ordinance, it's a simple ordinance, and we're following the state guidelines. So what we have is ordinance 715 that deals with golf carts. Golf carts and the use of golf carts on the streets of Berwick. And we have had a number of complaints right now because of all the kids being out of school and all of them riding golf carts. Well, after today, that will stop. That will stop. Okay, this ordinance will name the streets that you can ride it on or that you can't ride it on. It also describes what will happen. You have to be a licensed driver that operates the golf cart.
Or four-wheeler
Or four-wheeler. But
Actually, it doesn't apply to four-wheelers, just
Well, it
golf
says-
cart by definition.
I've got a question, Rob. It says an electric four-wheel vehicle.
That's where I got the four-wheeler.
It's,
Four-wheel.
Couldn't a golf course
it's a
be?
state definition
Yeah.
of a golf
Golf
cart.
course? But couldn't don't they have golf courts that are gas powered?
The answer is yes.
So
And
how does that affect this?
when we got into the idea of keeping it simple, the idea was the regulation of those. It can be a true golf cart, which you could include in the definition, or it could be under the UTV/four-wheeler statute, which is a different animal unto itself.
Okay.
I'm not certain whether or not they're authorized for use at St. Mary's Country Club, our golf course. So I'm not certain there are that many in a large enough issue.
Right.
What we are doing is literally tracking the definition with the state used under Title 32 for a golf cart.
There are some gas powered around.
You're absolutely correct.
Yep. But anyway, I mean, I think the main purpose of this ordinance is, you know, we want to just prevent a tragedy from happening.
that's correct.
I mean, we had an accident, I don't know how many years ago it was, on the walking trail where we had like 7 or 8 girls on a golf cart. Somebody broke their arm and, you know, those kind of things. But, you know, some of the complaints we've been getting are, you know, I was backing out of my driveway and dark and a golf cart flies by, you know, what if I back out and hit that person? You know, we don't want to put that on people's shoulders, and, you know, we need help from the public. The purpose is not to fine or punish people, it's
Right.
just to prevent a problem.
This will not allow UTVs, right?
Actually, UTVs are covered under a separate revised statute in Title 32 and a different animal altogether. They're actually treated as motor vehicles. If you notice, this one is not in our motor vehicle section because they're not defined as motor vehicles. The chief has specific laws. For example, my UTV can do 60 miles an hour. He has to treat me like a car.
Okay.
So this is specifically aimed primarily at electric golf carts. It is not in our motor vehicle section. It's actually in the parks and streets part because it's a specific animal. Technically, nobody's supposed to use their UTVs or four-wheelers on any street in the town of Berwick. Would that be correct, Chief?
Okay. This particular ordinance also defines those streets which are usually the truck routes through our town, and they restrict golf carts from riding on those. And big trucks coming, and sometimes very difficult to see those golf carts. Anyway, I'd like to entertain
I'll make a motion, Chief, Mayor, to introduce ordinance 715, regulate the use and operation of golf courts.
I second.
We got a motion and a second to approve ordinance 715. Roll call vote, please.
James Rushore.
Yes.
Kevin Adair.
Yes.
Colleen Askew.
Yes.
Raymond Bright.
Yes.
Bud Henry.
Yes.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yes.
I was just reading this. So if in fact there is a minor under 16 driving, what's gonna happen? And they get caught?
They're gonna get a
They're gonna
ticket,
get,
a ticket
It's
for
a ticket.
$126.
The parents will get a ticket.
the parents
He's
gonna get it?
absolutely correct. In the circumstance of being a minor, rather than a minor getting a ticket and becoming a juvenile offender or some other type thing,
Right.
the tickets
Goes-
primarily go to the owner or the parent of the car.
Right. Just wanted to make that clear.
And the fine thing is kind of like a graduated thing that we have on
That's
there.
correct.
Whereas if someone gets punished a second time, then the fine goes up, third time, and so on.
That is correct.
Okay, we're gonna move along under resolutions and proclamations. Resolution 8-20 is for the DOTD flood grant that I applied for back in January of this year to help do the drainage work in Country Club Estates. I submitted it, however, I did not include a resolution. And the state had asked us to approve a resolution saying that I had permission from y'all to proceed with the grant. And that's what Resolution 8-20 is. It gives me the authority to pursue this grant through the Department of Transportation and Development. So I need a
Motion to
approve it.
Resolution 8-20 for the flood grant.
We have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 8-20, the Department of Transportation and Development $1.6 million grant. Need a roll call vote.
James Rushore.
Yes.
Kevin Adair.
Yes.
Colleen Askew.
Yes.
Raymond Bright.
Yes.
Bud Henry.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution 9-20, and this is actually a cooperative endeavor agreement between the town of Berwick and Acadian Ambulance Service and the parish. And our legal advisor has done a lot of work on this and put some things in there that will benefit the town of Berwick with the continued having Acadian Ambulance stand by at the football games and provide other things like for our festivals and what have you. So we put all that into this resolution, and entertain a motion to approve it.
Make a motion that we introduce resolution 9-20.
I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution 9-20, which deals with an agreement between the town of Berwick, Acadian Ambulance, and the parish. Need a roll call vote?
James Rushart.
Yes.
Kevin Adair.
Yes.
Colleen Askew.
Yes.
Raymond Price.
Yes.
Bud Henry.
Yes.
Okay. Last thing under resolution and proclamations, we have a proclamation for Older Americans Month, okay? This wasn't for me.
You sure?
The town of Berwick includes countless older Americans who enrich and strengthen our communities, and the town of Berwick is committed to engaging and supporting older adults, their families, and caregivers, and we acknowledge the importance of taking part in activities that promote the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of everyone, regardless of age, and lives of individuals of every age can be enriched by promoting home and community-based services that support independent living involving older adults in community planning, events, and other activities, and by providing opportunities for older adults to work, volunteer, learn, lead, and mentor. Therefore, I, Duval H. Arthur, Mayor of the town of Berwick, do hereby proclaim May 2020 as Older Americans Month in the town of Berwick.
Make a motion that we approve proclamation number 02-20.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve proclamation. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, no nays. All right, moving down to new business. Any more questions? Any questions? Okay.
No questions, Brent?
No, sir.
First thing under new business is Berwick High School is having is planning a graduation parade for the seniors. That will be held Thursday evening. If we approve it, it'll be held Thursday evening at 6:45. And what it will do, it will follow the parade route, like the homecoming court, okay, the homecoming parade. And that's the route it would take, except it will end by the football stadium.
Okay.
The teachers and faculty and I guess family and all will be over there as the receivership of the parade after they get through. So,
Make a motion, we approve the Berwick High School graduation parade permit for May 14th, 2020.
Second.
we have a motion and a second to approve the Berwick High School graduation parade. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, any nays?
They did announce the graduation date
Right,
is.
the 28th, I believe.
The following Thursday.
Yeah. That came up later on, but the parade was kind of our first thought of what they could do for them. All right, next thing under new business, approve payment number 5 to Miller Engineers for $4,601.05. This is for the street improvements on 4th, 5th, Texas, Ehrlich, Kyle, and Francis. This is that paving project that we got going on right now. They did the engineering work on that, and that's the part we have to pay right now.
That money's coming out of the town budget.
It's coming out of that. Yeah. That's $4,600.01 and $601.05.
I'll make a motion that we approve payment to Miller Engineering for $4,601.05.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve payment number 5 to Miller Engineers for $4,601.05. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. All right, next item, approve payment number 3 to Leger Construction for $123,756.39. That's for street improvements on 4th, 5th, Texas, Ehrlich, Kyle, and Francis.
Now, that was the grant money, correct?
That's correct.
That's the grant money. I'll make that motion that we approve.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve payment number 3 to Leger Construction. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay. Anybody have anything they want to bring up before we adjourn?
I'd just like to encourage the parents and the youth to get on your bikes, walk, jog, you know, enjoy the fresh air, and like in the old days, you know. It's unfortunate we've had to come to this, but before something really bad happens, I think we all felt like we needed to do
Right.
something, so get some exercise.
And we're not doing this because we don't like teenagers. We love teenagers. That's the reason why we're doing it. And we want them to live long lives. So believe me when I tell you, that's the reason behind this. Anything, anybody? Anything? Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn.
Offer motion to adjourn.
Second?
Got a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you all very much, and thanks to the public for watching in. Hopefully, they were able to watch it, and if they have any questions, concerns on the water bill, get in touch with us.
Anything
Good
else?
night.
That's it.